Good afternoon. It is Sunday, February the 18th. I'm just now picking up my camera just because I have had other things going on this morning. So I am renting a townhome when I move back to Houston. I'm not moving into another apartment, and I've been trying to get things sorted out with the lease and paying the deposit and all of that. So I've been working on my computer. I am about to start packing some more clothes. I did pack quite a few clothes yesterday, so I'm gonna show you what my progress looks like. After I finish packing up some of these clothes, I think I'm gonna just go outside for a little while. These past few weeks, I have not really been anywhere. I have not been outside my home for longer than maybe 30 minutes. So I have not been getting the sunlight that I need. It has been wearing on me. I already suffer from anxiety and depression. My neighbors are literally hell. And so my mental health is just kind of shot, if you will, like being completely transparent there. My mental health is shot, which is why this move for me is so important. Once we have a sit down and talk, I hope you'll better understand the implications that moving here had on me. My physical health, my mental health, my emotional health, so on and so forth. And I'm sure people who have packed up and moved from their home state to another place where they were essentially alone can probably relate to what I'm going to say. So we are going to have that talk. I know you're like, bitch, just have the talk. But I feel like that really does deserve its own video and not like grazing over it or skimming through it in just one of these regular vlogs. So yeah, I am waiting on my realtor to get back to me. In the meantime, in between time, let me show you what progress I've made so far. So this is the walk-in closet in my bedroom. You can see this entire shelf of clothing has been packed. Half of this rack, which is dresses and stuff like that, has been packed. I still have clothes down here. I still have a few in my laundry basket that I need to pack. I have put tons of hangers in this blue packing bag, and let me show you the progress made in my office. This is my hall closet. I don't think I've showed you guys this closet, but I have my boots hung up and there's more clothes, mostly coats and things like that, and heavier items that will need to be packed. Things up there. But this is what my second bedroom / office looks like. Y'all remember I had those two big white nightstands. My friend purchased them and came and picked them up yesterday. And so it's starting to feel real. It's very empty and echoey, as you can tell. I did pack up these boxes. There's books in there, and then some scarves that were hanging up on the wall, and I just threw some socks in there. I have a little luggage in here and just stuff. This is giving me anxiety. I hate clutter and I hate things looking messy, but it is what it is. So this is the other closet, and you can see there's coats and blazers. This closet is pretty big. You can't tell the depth, but I'm just gonna step back for a second. So this is the closet, but it doesn't end where the white things are. It actually goes from this end of the wall to this end of the wall. That's how big this closet is. And so I have some clothes in here that are dry clean only clothing. I don't know how I'm gonna pack them. I'm probably just gonna throw them in one of those bags and call it a day. Some shopping bags up there. I need to take these pictures off the wall. And my friend also purchased my coffee table, so that is now gone. This is a bag of clothes that I'm gonna donate. I have some other clothes that I'm gonna donate. Some of these things I'm listing on Poshmark. If I can pack up the rest of my clothes in my bathroom today, I will be happy. I'm overwhelmed, y'all. I hate moving. Moving is such a chore to me, and I don't like having to do it any more than I need to. I'm hoping that when I get back to Houston, I can make some more final decisions about my life. And that will result in me not having to move again for a very long time. So I don't know. I'm not going to bore y'all with that. yeah, I'm just gonna wait until my realtor gets back to me, and then I will do a little bit more packing and probably head out to do a little hot girl walk. And if I do that, I will bring you guys with me. It is the next day. It is Monday, February the, hold on. It's Monday, February the 19th, I believe. It's President's Day. My job observes President's Day, so I was off work today. I woke up this morning. I had a slow morning, which I like to have. And then I had a wax appointment at noon. And so I showered and prepared myself for my wax appointment. And that was kind of bittersweet because I have been going to the same waxer since I've lived here in Atlanta for the last 4 years. And I have not gone to anybody since I started going to her. And me and her have such a good rapport and such a great relationship. And it kind of sucks that I'm going to have to find somebody all over again when I go back to Houston, because Nancy is just amazing. If you are in the Atlanta area and you were looking for a great waxer, go to Wax, Thread, and Scissors in Buckhead. It's off of Peachtree and Biscayne. And the prices are great. The service is great. It's not always like a crowd in there. She's very accommodating. Nancy works only on Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays. That's it. She don't work no other days. I love her so much, and I'm so loyal to her. I go to her every month. And I purchase my waxes in a package. So I buy 3 waxes at a time. And so the wax that I got today was the second wax in this package, which means I have 1 more wax left in my package. But by the time that comes around, I will no longer be living in Atlanta. So she was like, well, what are we going to do? I was like, baby, I'm going to fly down here and I'm going to come see you. Because I am. So last year, I volunteered with the Muscular Dystrophy Association. They have this fundraising gala in Atlanta. And they had it last year, and I volunteered, and I had an amazing time and met some wonderful people. And so I decided to volunteer and do it again this year. But this was before I knew that I was going to be leaving Atlanta so abruptly. And so I had committed to that event. I am still committed to that event. I'm still going to go and volunteer despite the fact that I will not be living here. So that weekend, I'm going to fly in on a Friday. I'm going to go see Nancy for my wax that Friday, volunteer at the event that Saturday, and go back home to Houston on that Sunday. So I will get to see her at least 1 more time. So I did that. I got my wax out of the way. And then after I got back home, I slept. I really have not eaten today. I've had half a bowl of noodles, maybe a handful of hot Cheetos, half a cup of decaf coffee, and maybe half a bottle of water. That leads me to where I am now. It is 5:45 and I am at Politan Row, which is a food hall in Atlanta, and I'm meeting a new girlfriend. So we hear, and I think we probably all heard this conversation on social media about how hard it is to make new friends as an adult. And I am no exception to that rule. Part of the reason why I'm leaving Atlanta is because I find the people here to be very weird and not genuine. And so I haven't been able to make friends since I've been here. I know maybe like 2 or 3 people here that I knew prior to moving to Atlanta, but those people, 2 of them were here far before I was. They have their own life, their own social circle, like, you know, they have their own lives. But making friends is not easy. But this particular girlfriend that I'm meeting today is a friend of a friend. So one of my very good friends lives in Harlem. She lives in New York. She owns her own PR firm. She's amazing. She's superwoman. We started off as social media friends, and we're that for years until we finally took the leap to actually meet each other in person, and we loved each other. Since then, we've been, baby, locked in like this. We travel together. We come and visit each other whenever we're in each other's cities, the whole shebang. And so she had been telling me, like, I have a friend that lives in Atlanta. I really wish I could come down and introduce you to. And, you know, I really wish you guys would, like, meet. Her friend does vintage consignment, And I love vintage things. I don't think you guys have seen yet, but I have a couple of Barbie prints hanging up in my apartment, and I bought my Barbie prints from her shop, but she's never there when I go to the shop. So I just pick up things, take them to the register, and they check me out. So long story short, one day while I was browsing at her vintage consignment shop, she actually showed up, and I introduced myself, and she's like, oh my gosh, Sakita's told me so much about you. And we finally got acquainted, and we realized that we're both Texas girls. I'm born in San Antonio, but I consider Houston my home because I spent my entire adult life there, with the exception of the few years that I've been here in Atlanta. And she's from Austin. And so we immediately clicked, and we exchanged phone numbers, and we vowed that we would start hanging out, because I told her at that time my lease was not due until May. So I wasn't originally supposed to leave Atlanta until May. And so we were like, oh yeah, we're going to hook up. We're going to link up, yada, yada, yada. Well, that was back in like December, the end of December. We still had not had a chance to hang out. And now I'm leaving Atlanta in less than 2 weeks. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to leave here without at least hanging out with her. So let me hit her up. So I hit her up, and we decided to make a girlfriend date. We are at Politan Row, which is, like I said, a food hall in Atlanta. So we're going to have an early dinner. And then after dinner, we're going to go to this speakeasy called JoJo's Beloved, which is also here. That was one of the places that I haven't been able to visit since I've been here. So I'm trying to check off things on my bucket list. Visit with a new friend. Go to a place I haven't been to before. And so I'm doing all of that today. I'm just sitting here in the parking garage. I have a few minutes, and I was like, let me pick up my camera because I ain't talked to the people and nothing. And so I just wanted to come say hey and show my face and let y'all know that that's where I am. What else is going on? I'm just so grateful that I'm getting ready to leave and go back home. My God, I'm so happy that I get to go back home and better off. Like, I came here and I flourished in some ways, and in other ways not so much. I know people come here and things happen and they can't stay, but that wasn't the case for me. Financially, I flourished while I was in Atlanta. No credit to Atlanta because my job isn't based here, but I really did learn a lot about myself. So while I regret the 4 years that I've been here and I feel like they were a waste of my life, I lost those 4 years. At the same time, I can understand that everything happens for a reason, and that I had to go through these 4 years in order to come out on this side of things with the perspective that I now have. So I signed a lease in Houston this weekend on Saturday. I've paid my deposit. I am slated to move into that place next Saturday, and I cannot wait. Thank you guys so much for watching this far. I'm still getting used to vlogging. I'm not used to this. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out when to pick up my camera, when to put it down, what things you would want to see, what things you wouldn't want to see. I try to think about doing this in the way like when I'm watching YouTube videos. So just, again, thank you for bearing with me. I'm very new at this. I promise to get better. But in the meantime, in between time, I appreciate you watching. Talk to you later. Bye.